Hey, Dennis, how you doing, buddy? Good morning. Cheers on this frosty morning. Hopefully everybody is drinking something warm, tea, coffee, whatever is your preference. Good morning, Rachel. Happy Saturday. Yes, so good morning. Welcome to Mid-Morning Medium Chat with Adam the Black Swamp Medium. Thank you so much for being here today. Hello, Patty. Hey, Tanya. So, yeah, like I said, hopefully everybody's got a warm drink, or maybe you've finished your warm drink by now. Good morning, Sharon. And yeah, I'm a rebel. I'm on cup number 3. So hey, Carrie. Well, it's here. It is here, beard and all. Trying to be in a good mood. Kind of got a weird little headache, but that's still a part of the whole upgrade thing, which I've talked about. So we won't go down there today. There's no reason for that, but so I mean I have a small one, but that's just the way it is. So it's not a big deal. But yes, Carrie. Yeah, tomorrow. So I guess I should do that real quickly because I forgot to get the slides up to do that. But so tomorrow, hey, good morning, Debbie. Hey, Flint. There you go. I'll be there tomorrow. Yeah, so tomorrow, well, there's a charity event today, but I can't be there because I had some other family things going on. Hey, Tim, good morning, sir. And so I wasn't going to be there for the charity event because I didn't find out about that until super late, which I would have gone if I knew about it earlier, but I didn't. So I know there's a charity event today. I do not recall the times for that, so you might have to look it up. But they got that going on this evening, and then tomorrow's the Mid Michigan Paracon. That'll be an all-day thing. So I know it starts at 9, at least for the speaking does. And I thought I saw the vendor rooms were opening at 10. Where we'll all be, if we're not speaking, but I will be speaking. I know I'm second, and I'll be at 9:45. So if you guys are going to be there at Mid Michigan tomorrow, that would be awesome. And you gotta, if anything, at least you can run over to the speaking room and check it out before they open up the vending room. So yeah, hope you guys can come check it out, see what I got to say. What's up, Jill, Ron? Hey. And so yeah, so I'll be doing that. A lot of this, the thing I'm going to be talking about, most of you guys already know and heard me talk about, but you'll just get to see me do it in person. But I'm obviously, there's a limited time. Hey, Tina. And so I don't have a whole lot of time, so I'm going to probably be racing through it. So if you've ever heard me at times speak quite quickly, it'll probably be a auctioneer style presentation. So get ready for that. Hey, Veronica, good morning. So not really, but so yeah, that'll be kind of cool. So yeah, so that's going on tomorrow. So I'll be there all day long. I still have not decided what's all going to happen back at my table. I think it's going to be a morning decision as to what I'm going to be doing as far as if I'm going to do readings or not. That's still up in the air. Because it's weird is that there's just I can't tell when I'm going to have a moment of where things are normal and am like good to go. It's completely at random right now because of the upgrades I'm going through. Yes, Carrie, I will have my CDs there. Absolutely. So I just don't know at this point. And it's, I was frustrated when this all started because it's like, I still I thought maybe I could do this, because I see a lot of other people that are, they're having upgrades too, but there's allow them to keep functioning and keep, doing stuff with their clients and things. And it's like, I guess mine's just more brutal on me, not in a bad way, but just, it's really just takes me down. And if, like I said, the whole point is you got to have, you can't be like bothered, or you can't, like for me, like even if I tried to right now with the headache, I mean, there may be some stuff that'll come through, but I just, it just stinks when you're not like completely 100%. And it's weird because I'll probably be saying, well, I feel ill, but not in the ill that you would all suspect. It's more in the, I just can't produce, and get more clarity at this moment. But we'll see. Like I said, there's moments where it'll, I feel pretty good. Everything's kind of subsided, and so it'll be great. But well, Tim, it could be. I mean, whatever it takes. I mean, I'm just gonna throw that up there real quick. You never know. It could be that kind of party. I'd probably get in trouble and thrown out at that point. But if you want to throw some dollars on the table, by all means. I mean, I can smile for you guys, and you know, you know, maybe I could do some poses or something. Like the classic. See, I'm sure everybody wants photos of that up on their walls or their backgrounds on their phones or something. Heck yeah. so so that's but again, that's what's going on tomorrow. So Mid-Michigan Paracon. That'll be right, Jill. Zoolander. But yeah, so it'll be cool. So hopefully if you guys are making it out, you guys can at least come by and hang out. I mean, because obviously there's so many people that I haven't seen in a couple years now, and at least we still have platforms and things that we can still talk to each other. But it is going to be nice to see quite a few people in person for for a change. I mean, it's stinks of what all has been happening, but hopefully things are on the mend, and we're making that turn around the corner. And I mean, obviously we're seeing it. Hey, good morning, Donna. Right, Tim, yeah, it can't say a whole lot about what would happen, but you might get approval. You never know. So, and then obviously to top it off, next weekend, the 13th, we have our Old Mill Parafest that's going on. So hopefully you guys can come check that out. Of course, we would love to see you there and help support the Old Mill. And they've had it rough, just like I think like a lot of locations have. It's been rough, and so we're like always. If we can put a couple more bucks in the Mill's pockets. Thanks, Tim. I'll put that up there. Like I said, it helps the Old Mill. And again, it's regardless if it's paranormal or not, the history behind the Old Mill, and all the great things that the mill does for the village of Dundee, and all the community support and stuff is great. And we just want to obviously help them out because we believe in the location, regardless if it was paranormal or not. We just love it. The history, all the artifacts and things that are on several of the floors and things, and the people. I mean, there's so many great people that work at the Old Mill. And it's been a journey. I mean, it's been 10 years since the team's been involved there, and I didn't come in until the year after they started. But well, at least when I first got there, and then 2 years after they started, then I was a part of the team. But so it is it's just a special place to all of us, especially those that have been there a lot. And so we would love to see you guys come out and hang out and have a good time and see some great speakers. We have tons of amazing talent. And so and again, you'll be able to see me. Maybe you'll see Tim. You never know. There's a few other cats, Ron, for instance. There's Kenny, she'll be there. Okay, cool. No worries. And like I said, there's a lot of great people, Jen and Stacy and Beth. I don't remember if Beth is working that day or not, but hopefully Beth is going to make it. Tim can help me out in the chat. And so but yeah, so you can see on the screen, go to oldmillparafest.com to get your tickets. We still have some tickets available, so hopefully you guys can grab some of those and have a good time with us. And if anything, just come and hang out. You know what I mean? Let's catch up. So but yeah, so that's kind of cool. So that's busy weekends, or this weekend, next weekend. I mean, whew. But it's kind of how this happens this time of year. We are in that final couple weeks off, so we are the last of the events. And you might have some even smaller ones that still might be popping up here and there. But as far as cons and festivals, that sort of thing. But there's obviously some other events that are going on, little private events and things like that. But at least on the more larger scale, a lot of these big events are going to be turning in for the year, which is what we do. Just you know, we all kind of go into hibernation for the most part. Nobody wants to deal with winter. But that's true, Ron. You are. So but yeah, so again, yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow and next Saturday. So come hang out, let's have some good times, let's party, at least just catch up. Again, I keep saying it over and over, but it's so true, just to get to see everybody, and especially in person. Golly, it's just been too long. So so that's kind of cool. Other things that have been going on this week, I don't know if you guys noticed it or not. There was actually several uh, astrological events that happened, and a couple of them stood out. Some people noticed it, some people didn't. So I'm kind of curious if anybody noticed anything weird, or if you knew what the astrological events were. Did then that expand and change anything for you? So it has, Donna. It really has. So like I said, let me know in the comment section if you guys, noticed anything different this week, good or bad. And then if you knew what astrological events happened. And by the way, I've been drinking my Bones coffee. This is the Jack O' Lantern pumpkin spice flavor. So it was appropriate. I got the woods behind me, the trails over here and stuff. So I mean, you got to warm up. Plus, I don't want to let my voice was a little scraggly earlier, so I've been trying to keep my throat from getting all gunked up in here and stuff like that. So yes, Jen. yes. Oh, cool. Okay, thank you, Donna, for letting me know you feel more energized and in a much better mood. Yeah, okay, I like that. Yeah, I mean, Monday, was a specific one, and I don't remember all the details to it, because it was just all. I mean, a lot of good stuff happened this week. I mean, a few little weird moments for me, but even then, just noticing it. But yeah, you know, how cool was it that we had, not only did we start on Monday the November, but you have the 11th month on the first day, so you had this sequence of ones. And again, I'm terrible with the number game, but that's why I always have to look them up and read them off and things like that. But there was a special portal thing that was opening up for a lot of people, and at least ones that took notice of it. And Jen talked about it on her page and stuff like that. Even did a little video talking about it, which was really cool. So if you guys haven't ever been over to Jen's page, please go over there and she's got a lot of great information. Jen's like one of my go-to girls, she knows that. Jen, what's happening? or she'll beat me to it, and she'll actually just send me stuff before I even ask. So there's been a lot of those, especially and we also had, even in not only some of the astrological things, but we also had solar flares that have come through, and we've taken some hits that way. Oh, cool. Yeah, thanks, Shannon. Yeah, another portal on 11/11. Yep, I think I remember hearing that one too. So that's obviously going to be, what are we at? We're on the 6th, so we have 5 more days before that one. So but we also took a pretty good hit from the sun. And if anybody noticed, and I can't remember if it was Tuesday, I think it was. Oh, look at that. 11's your favorite number. That's awesome, Donna. I think it was Tuesday. Jen, correct me if I'm wrong, but we took a hit, and I personally noticed, a lot of the technology, computers, phones, they weren't acting so good. Which is a part of getting a solar flare that ravages through. Now it does put on a heck of a light show if you're further up north, but man, I think for a good part of a day, just computer issues, which whether it was really slow or things weren't loading. My phone, I mean, it just was so weird. But it's kind of neat because it does kind of prep you when you follow some of that and see what's on the way, because it can really affect your day and affect you personally too. I mean, not everybody is, susceptible to it, but some that are a little bit more open to things, can feel it. So, all right, Donna, have a great day. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, see, Shannon's right. So yeah, all kinds of crazy technical issues. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so Jen's got a cool thing there. So you go, yeah, portal opens on 111 and closes on 11/11 with the new moon that took place on the 4th, and we're in eclipse season. So this cranks up manifestation energies up to 11. Bonus points if you get the movie. That'll be interesting. Let's see who gets the movie because I already know it off the. But I'll leave that up for just a moment. But thank you, Jen, for putting that in there. And that's, but like I said, that's really cool stuff. I mean, that was what was neat, that happened on Monday. And then Thursday and Friday, we had another little thing that popped up. And I don't know if everybody seen that one or took notice of it. And I I saw it because it was interesting because something happened to me in a good way. And one of the pages I follow posted about it, and I'm like, oh man, I wish I would have kept it because I would have showed it on the screen here. But yeah, there we go. Thanks, Jen. Excuse me. See, I told you that frog's gonna come back. But the yeah, so I mean it was the I wish I would have captured the post that the group had, and I was like, oh shoot, because like I said, there was what happened to me, and then I saw after, I'm like, okay, that's kind of weird because I really wasn't expecting it, which I can't talk about it in details, unfortunately, because it's a little I have to keep it quiet for now. But that was the thing, was so on the 4th and 5th we had sort of a window of where you know, possible financial gains or stability within those means. And the crazy thing is I got an email out of nowhere from somebody, and it was just kind of mind blowing because it's like, where did that come from? And then, so that was on the 4th. And then the very following day, I actually got to speak to the person and talk about some stuff. And I'm like, that is weird. But see, like I said, hey, good morning, Dinah. When I got the email, I was like, well, that's crazy. That's cool. I mean, all right, I'm cool with that. And then when I found the post, I'm like, okay, they're kind of going together. And then the conversation I had with the person yesterday, just kept following in along the same line. So I'm going, who knows? Who knows? We'll have to wait and see how this plays out. But um, I might have some news. I don't know if even then, I don't know if I'll be able to share it right away or not. Well, like I said, I got to see what'll be allowed, but it'll be kind of cool. So, you guys will probably be impressed by it, hopefully. Oh, or let me see what Shannon's talking about. She's talking about, she had a visitor. Well, it was in a Zoom meeting on Tuesday. It happened 2 times. The first time I asked the person if they saw what I saw, and they did, and I brushed it off. It showed up again, and they knew I had a visitor, and the other person was shocked, wishing the meeting was recorded. Yeah, I mean, if people are seeing things on camera and stuff like that, that's always, man, you can get some stuff, saved and stuff, and captured. Like, that's the cool thing about it. I mean, you guys have seen, my best photo happened this year, at a location when I was filming the movie The Attached. And, I didn't even know I captured something until the next week, and still mind blowing and still trying to debunk it and stuff, but you just can't, and interesting enough, Shannon, the, I, even this week, I had some cool paranormal stuff happen, but it happened on Monday, which I thought was neat because, here it is, you have, Halloween was the day before, and then obviously you have the next day, and it's sort of that, for a lot of the I am going to butcher, but the Day of the Dead, I'm just going to butcher saying it in Spanish, but I'm not going to do it because I don't want to feel like a fool. But so the Day of the Dead, is on that Monday, the 1st. And it was weird because a paranormal thing happened to me at work. Again, and this was, a couple weeks ago, I've had some stuff, and then more has been happening, and this one probably takes the cake, and I'll do it real quick. I didn't post or I didn't put the photos up because I've still been kind of like waiting to see if there was some other information that would have debunked it, but so far, no. And I just don't know. I mean, I'll see if it'll pop up on the screen. It's probably not going to look good to you guys. Um, yeah, I have no idea if you guys will see it or not. We'll try it. I mean, I'll try to hold it up to the camera. I'm not going to say yes or no, um, but you know, let's see. Oh, that's cool, Margaret. Oh, I've been so close to seeing them, and then it just didn't happen. So I mean, that's hopefully one day I'll get a chance to see that. Oh, that's cool, Margaret. That's awesome. Yeah, shooting star before Halloween. Sweet. You always gotta love when you see a shooting star. I get lucky sometimes when I'm driving up to work so early in the morning, and I obviously drive north, and I've seen some crazy shooting stars. I've seen some stuff that have kind of blown up a little bit. I've seen some of them that have had a solid color to it, meaning when it's burning up in the atmosphere, it's left. The recent one I had was a more of a green color, which I can't remember if that's like an iron or something in it that makes it the green color. I used to remember when you saw a certain color as it was burning up, it meant what the material make of the rock was. So, oh well, that's cool. Thanks, Jen. The torrid meteor shower is happening. Okay, so that would apply to seeing a few things floating around. But yeah, real quickly. So, um, I was at work, and I came into work. Or you know what's weird is now that I look at it, this was Wednesday. Ooh, so this was Wednesday I took the photos because I think I remember, anyway, okay, Wednesday. The photos don't lie when you see what date it has on there. So, but I came into work Wednesday and, I have to go. So I have two buildings that are like my home buildings right now. And I've kind of talked about this a little bit when I had the UFO encounters, but just for those that don't know, I have two buildings, and right now only the one building is opened where you can go in through the doors. So I have to walk through one building, go through a little, I call it a walkway. It's a little glass, tunnel, so you can see the parking lots and everything as you walk. It's like maybe 30 feet long or so, to get into the next building. And so I walk in there. So now when you walk in through the front doors, you're on this, smooth, polished, hard, concrete floors, and you're walking through. When you get to the glass, walkway, it's got a carpet. So you walk over the carpet, and then you go back onto the same type of, concrete, smooth, polished floors. Hey, good morning, Rodney. And about, it's about maybe about 15, 20, probably about 20, about 20 feet from where you leave the walkway to an opening as to where the zone that I've been kind of sitting in since July. And when I made the turn, it was just like a normal day, no big deal. Go in, it's still dark, because it's 6 o'clock in the morning. Go in, go to my office, set up my my computer, where I work computer, get everything turned on, do some things, little desk work, whatever, and then I get up, I get some coffee and stuff like that, and then when the sun kind of comes up, which is usually after 7:30 or so, I like to go into the one conference room that's right there by these windows, not too far from where I sit, but I, I'm not always slammed with work, every single minute. So when I take a break or something like that, I go into the room and I kind of look out the windows and, just whatever. I don't care what weather it's doing, but just to go out there and look outside and, the shamanic stuff, you just sort of connect with that nature. So it's always good to visually see it, even though I want to be out there in it. But if I can see it, that's, I got to take whatever I can get sometimes. And so when I was walking to the windows, I noticed some weird stuff on the floor, on the carpet. And I'm like, what is that? Because I'm like, there was nothing on the floor when I came in the morning. So I'm looking down and I realize it's a series of footprints. Okay. And so I'm kind of looking at them. And now I have a little bit of, I took some classes in tracking because I was always curious in how people do that. How do you learn to read a track, a footprint, whatever. And so I was kind of like having that memory, pop back up. Hey, good morning, Cindy. And so I was having that memory come out, and so I was like looking down. I figured out the path of it, so I kind of have to walk back to the entrance of where I go to get into the zone. So I walk back and I'm looking at the prints and I realizing, they're pretty small, but they're definitely a shoe of some sort. And one of the clearer ones, I put my foot next to it to try to get a sense of scale. And sure enough, it's about a 2 inch, 3 inch, smaller foot than mine. 'Cause my foot, it's not like I got big feet, but it was my foot seemed gigantic compared to this. And I'll try to show you what it looks like. Anyway, so I figure out the path of the footprints, and I noticed that they were coming from the hallway that I walked through into the zone. They walk down about 13 to 15 feet and they dart into a conference room. Now, again, I walked into this never seeing anything. But then I'm seeing this in the light and I'm like blown away. So I'll try to show you guys what it looks like. Again, I wasn't planning on talking about it, but we were talking about some paranormal stuff that Shannon was saying and stuff. So all right, Jen, you have a good one. And thanks for the information. And so I'm going to show you it and you can kind of see them. You can kind of see those white little prints. There's a footprint. There's a footprint. So I think you guys can make it out and I'll get a little bit closer. Trying to get the reflections not to get you guys too much here. Sorry, you're gonna see you're gonna see the screen, but you guys can sort of see the footprints there, right? Hey, good morning, Nicole. So you can see those footprints, right? How did that happen? How does footprints happen? I mean, in the sense of in that hallway, it's a smooth concrete finish. I mean, there's a polish, okay? There's a shiny, a shimmer to it. Now I'm going to show you a hallway shot. There's nothing on the floor over there because again, the investigator side of me goes out and I start I start taking my foot, rubbing it around, on the floor. And then I flip my foot, turn my foot over to see if there's any material, which like this was a powder or chalk kind of thing. So I'm thinking maybe it's dust, but I don't really see anything on my foot. I even went back into the carpet and kind of put my foot down and released it. Nothing was left. Okay. So you have to remember again, what I told you in the beginning was you have to walk through another building, which it'll take you about 2 minutes to go from the doorway through the hallways and then over to me. So it's not a short walk by any means. You have to turn a couple times to get to where I sit in the other building. So it's literally 2 minutes. So if you think about it, you have to go through a whole building with stuff on your feet, but not leave it in the hallways, then walk over carpet in the walkway, which means if they walked over into it, they would have to have it would rub off on the carpet over there, and there was no footprints in the walkway. So my mind's going nuts at this point. So again, I was trying to um, take as many photos of this, and let's see. This one's not bad, so you can kind of well, let's see. I think the other one's better. Yeah, maybe not. So I'm gonna hold it up. You'll see my foot, and then you'll see right there. There's the foot. So my heel. Now it looks a little different on the camera, but my heel was right on the back side of it, and then you can see where my toe is. How much difference there is. So I obviously wanted to make sure it wasn't my feet that were doing it, and there was a pattern within the shoe, and it didn't match my bottom of the shoes either, so I knew it truly wasn't anything with me. So that was pretty weird, you know what I mean? And here's a good picture. This is looking back towards the walkway so you guys can see the shininess of the floor and things like that. But you're going to get the blindness of the light. So I'm going to angle it as best I can so you can kind of see the hallway or the walkway way in the back there. But you can see the shine of the floor, you know. And then I think I did one more. Oops. I thought I did one more. Oh, I guess I didn't. Anyway, I guess I lost it. Oh, that sucks. Oh, I know what it was because I posted it to a friend of mine to get his opinion. Anyway, but and I immediately so there's at any given day, there's only two of us in that building. In given day, it's me and a cleaning person. And after I saw this, took some of those photos, I immediately, go over to where she is, which she's back in the first building. I go over there and I said, "Were you in my area this morning?" She's like, "No, I haven't been over there at all." I said, "Really?" I said, "Because there's all kinds of footprints and stuff that are leading into that conference room." And she's like, "What?" She goes, "I vacuumed your zone yesterday, including, the office that you're kind of sitting in." I said, "You're kidding me." And she goes, "I also, once a week do, mop the floors." She mopped the floors the day before on Tuesday. So I'm now really going, holy smokes, what's going on now? Because this is insane. Because again, to have the stuff sticking on the feet, to walk as far as you have to walk, to still be able to leave as many footprints as you can on that carpet is crazy. So is it something? I kind of leaning that way because it is pretty mind blowing to have all that stuff going on there. And like I said, I've had some more activity, but this footprint stuff was crazy weird. So, and I talked to the building manager who comes in sometimes a couple times a week, for a little bit. She just happened to come in that day in the afternoon, and I didn't touch any of that footprints. And I showed her, and then she's now like, I'm going to get in touch with security to find out if one of them came in. But I said, that's great and all, but where's the powder? Where's it coming from? Because they're going to go in down in building one and have to walk all the way through all the hallways and over this carpet, in the walkway to here and not, brush anything off their shoes by then. And then she's like, I'm freaking her out, which is great. She says she hates being in the building because, you once you get used to certain building sounds and stuff, then it's like insane because there's just all kinds of other extra stuff that's going on. And so I'm okay with it. I get used to it. But anyway, I thought that was kind of interesting. So it was a weird paranormal thing that happened this week. And, how it and why, who knows? And obviously they were getting my attention somehow, but I just can't imagine that it was anybody else because there's no way to have all that stuff on your shoes, go through all the floorways, walk over another piece of carpet, not have it all done by the time you get to where I sit, just, is crazy. So, and like I said, I do my best to try to figure it out, before I jump to conclusions, but here we go, another good moment at the buildings I'm at. So, I've had paranormal, I've had UFO encounters, now I'm getting some physical evidence, of, possible ghost shoes running around, it's good. I guess it's kind of neat because, being by myself, pretty much most of the day, unless I got to go to other buildings to do work, which it does happen. But yeah, it's exciting. You know what I mean? Like I get jazzed up when, this stuff happens because, you just want to know. Um, so, uh, yeah, so that's kind of cool. So hopefully we'll see what happens. I know I'm going to have some vacation days and things coming up. In fact, next week I have a few days that I'm going to be home. And then, I got a bigger, longer break at the end of the month. And, so my time, I think, yeah. So starting next week, I'm only going to be driving up to work 10 more times between next week and December. So I have 10 more times to try to experience everything I can because, there's a good chance that in the new year, a lot of people are going to be coming back to work. There still hasn't decided that, but, that place is going to get more busy and I'm not going to be able to sit there and talk out loud to what's there. How we doing? Oh, good. That's not bad on time. Perfect. I did want to talk. I didn't get it. I didn't do it last weekend, which I was going to, but there's been some more conversations since then. And, um, of course, I'm not going to say any names. So in case they're watching or playing this back, later on, but so I'm not going to say who or what, but I, met a couple people, at the ghost hunt, the public ghost hunt, on the 29th at the old mill. And I, you know, started talking to a couple, people, and they've been pretty, hey, Dave, how you doing there, buddy? And I, was talking to them, and you know, they obviously understood what I do, because they heard me just, say it briefly. And so they were, asking a few questions and things like that. And, we got into a great conversation, and turned out that, they've never talked to anybody else but themselves about the things that they're experiencing or picking up on. Um, and even then the one, has this reoccurring dream that's been happening for years. And so I, said, well, if you feel okay and comfortable enough, I'd love to hear it. Cause, I'd like to do dream interpretations, to see if we can find what the cause of it is, or what the message that needs to be said. And so I heard the whole dream, and what was going on. And I started asking questions back like I would normally do. And interesting enough, because yeah, obviously, uh, you do it so much, you can see the signs. Sometimes they're easier than others, and then the certain questions I have to ask definitely get me closer to what the possibility of the answers are, or at least why it's happening. So sure enough, I knew I was getting close, because you could see the energy shifting a little bit, and I knew I was, enough things were helping me out, guiding me to get to it, which is great, because you want to know what's going on, because if it's plaguing the person all the time, you want to get to the bottom of it, so that way it can help them out. And so I uh got in there. I kind of was told some things, from behind me, and they kind of were helping. And I knew that's where it was going with it. And sure enough, the answers that I got back kind of helped validate what was I was being told to ask. And that helped a lot. And so at least identify a little bit. Now, what was cool was the last several days I've been talking to one of them, and they were following up with a few more little things. And even then, they shared something to me that the other person uh, had a sibling that never said anything that was going on. Come to find out that the sibling was having the exact same dream, but never told anybody, including, the other sibling. So that was really eye-opening, because again, it was the exact same thing, and the same situations were happening. And so, all right, thanks, Margaret. And the the fact of the matter is that they never talked about it, but they were, the two that were at the old mill had such a great time, and then they were sharing it, and the things that were said and talked about. And so now it'll be interesting to you know you know get to talk to them further, and see if we can put some closure to it, and um help them out. I mean, obviously that's my goal in life anyway, is to try to help as much as possible. But I think it was neat to realize that there was all these things going on, but they didn't bother to share it, because sometimes dreams are dreams. A lot of people don't realize that a majority of the time there's something of importance in the dream. Yes, you occasionally get the dreams where they just are what they are. And because like, you watch a scary movie before bed, and then you actually live that moment. That's kind of legit. I mean, because you're subjected to it, to where that's what your mind does. It puts you in the situation. So it doesn't really have a meaning to it. So oh, absolutely, Shannon, 100%. And that's the thing is, you know, that's my point of what I'm getting to, because what their experiences, the things that they're noticing and hearing, and you know, being visited is a good way to put it. They just didn't know who to reach out to or who to contact. So it was a really cool moment to, um, give them a little bit of peace of mind as to what's going on. And even then, those of us that do this type of stuff, uh, we've been seeing it for years, and it's just becoming a more and more that there is an awakening on that side of things, not like, not the stuff that's going on in the world, but an awakening on the more metaphysical side of things. And the being able to feel comfortable talking to somebody, it doesn't even have to be me, but but being able to trust somebody enough to where you can share this and not feel like you're going to be ridiculed or laughed at, which is huge. Because even then, when I started off doing the more spiritual stuff, where it was just talking to my guides, you know, that's not really, topic conversation thing that I would do to, family and friends and stuff like that. It was because it was for me, I mean, it's what the whole point of having your guides or angels, however you want to look at it, are there. They're there to support you. And I wasn't, trying to ask them to help me with other situations, other people's moment. I just never thought to go there because I always, the assumption was they work for me, kind of. That's a weird way to put it, but they work for me. But it's just that whole aspect that I want to ask them for something, or have a question, or have them help me see something better. And that's what I did. And it wasn't until I started opening up the other doors to mediumship and all the other fun things I've been getting into more and more, that the picture keeps getting bigger and bigger. And so but I didn't talk about it, and even then, when I started doing the mediumship stuff and having help, from certain mediums, you know, I love that. And I still have very close medium friends that, we understand each other. It's hard to go to somebody and um, like a family member and be like, hey, these are all the things I'm going on. And they just kind of sit there and just kind of like, because they don't understand what you go through when when you're doing this. And so to have somebody that can really listen to them, because I mean, regardless, I mean, that's the whole thing is I don't even have to do things sometimes, just having a conversation with somebody to have them share whatever it is they want to share. I'm all ears. You know what I mean? I've talked about it a long time ago. But Native American elder told me once, there's a reason why you have two ears and one mouth. It's because you're supposed to listen twice as much as you are to speak. And I've ever since I heard that, that became so true. And it was something I was already doing, but it just kind of solidified the fact that, we do need to listen to things. Yeah, we still need to talk and share stuff. But um, if you're really going to be doing this and helping people out, it's the point of, listening. You have to listen. You may not like the conversation. It may, be some touchy subjects and things like that, but you can do it. You can sit through it, you know, I mean, yeah, there's some conversations I don't want to have, about certain things going on, but I'll still listen to it. Doesn't mean I agree or whatever, but I'll still listen to people, anybody that wants to share something. So, but but that was, but I just wanted to bring that up because I think that's the stuff we have forgotten a lot about, and we really need to sit down. And that's why I try to say what I say. I try to push that stuff on you guys, you know is to take the moment, like I said, you may not like the conversation, but you know it's kind of the way it is. What I mean? You're there to lend an ear. Like I said, you may not like it, but that's okay. It's not like you have to keep that information. And even then, if it's like a belief or something, or a topic that they're really passionate about, and it's goes against you, but that's them. But it should never change even how you look at them moving forward too. Uh, you know, just because I talk to ghosts doesn't mean I'm a bad guy, you know, and if the person next to me, likes to just do, like, let's say just tarot, but they're not really connecting to anything, but they're just letting the cards fall as they may. I'm not going to judge them for not, having extra help behind them, say, well, you might have your guides that might help push a certain card, to really come out instead of just shuffling and throwing them down kind of thing. You know, most of that, most people know that, but for outsiders that aren't familiar with it, it is kind of cool to just sit there and listen to things, whether it's whether it's good or bad, but at least you can get through it, because it also helps you as a person grow, to understand all the different sides. I mean, we have to balance constantly, the whole yin yang thing, and positive and negative. As much as we want all the positive all the time, it doesn't help you grow as a person. You need to have some moments, and I've had them. I've shared them on the show, and it is, but that's the reason why I do that. I want you guys to understand it's okay to have bad moments or to have rough times, because you grow from it. You truly will come out on the other side when you keep fighting for yourself, and you keep pushing for yourself, and keep just surrounding yourself with, positive energies. That could be locations, people, whatever, but to keep pushing through it, learn from whatever it was. And then when you come out, you're like, whew. I mean, that was brutal, but man, I feel amazing right now. And so, all right, Ron, we'll see you tomorrow, buddy. Have a good one. Thanks. Yeah, don't drive too far for you either. um, but yeah, I mean, it's just, uh, it's just so, it can be sad when you see people that just struggle and they don't, push on themselves. I mean, I try to give a little bit of a nudge, because obviously I can't change everything. I can't change everybody's minds on stuff, and that's not what I'm really trying to do. I try to provide some information, and if you guys like it or not, that's totally on you. Um, of course, I'm not going to try to give you some, garbage. you know, that's not how I work. But again, we're all individuals. We're all have a way of processing information and stuff, and so we just do what we do, and so I like what you said there, Jill. Judge not, least ye be judged, right? And yep, and Shannon, that's great. Love the fact that people are questioning such things more and more. Yeah, yeah, and it's the thing is, it's healthy to do that. Because even then, even if it's like something I don't understand, but then if I engage to ask some questions and maybe find out some more information about it, whatever it is, you know, that might help me in the end. You know what I mean? Or at least it might, even if it's still something I don't really like or whatever, at least I have a better understanding of it. So that's why it's important to just not sit there and be like, well, tarot sucks. I'm not gonna, those people are just flipping cards for whatever, what I mean? You get what I'm saying. And it could be like anything, because how many times have you heard people, hating on paranormal, or hate, doesn't believe in mediumship and stuff, and oh, they're just, making it up, and it's like, that's fine. You can certainly say all that. It is what it is, but to me personally, the experiences that I've had, and to have zero understanding of anything of the situation, and then all this information comes out. Hey, good morning, Bonnie. Hey, Carmen. We are. And so it's really interesting to um experience then, but yeah, I just want people to understand that, hopefully if there's some out there that, have not spoken about like what they're going through, and I don't care what topic, but I'm saying even just on the metaphysical stuff, where they're seeing things, but that's not scary, they're beings of light that are coming to them, and they're not scared when they're there. They feel okay with that, but they don't understand who's standing there. That happens a lot, and so many people have questions, but yet so many are afraid to, because they think it is bad when it's not. Yeah, sure, there can be some bad stuff, absolutely. I mean, I can't hide that, but right now, that's been going on for a long time, there's so many amazing and beautiful things that are happening. There's so many people that are experiencing stuff for the first time, or like us that have been doing it a while. We're adding on to what we have, or we're expanding what we're going through, and then to be able to hear others when they finally like say something to us, like I did, the week before. um it's so heartwarming to me to then finally be that person that was able to listen to them, and share a few things to make them feel a little bit more comfortable about what they're going or experiencing. So uh it's it's just one of those things. That's why, when these things happen and like Shannon said, well, you were the right, you were in a way, they were meant to meet you. Well, that's how all the past, and it's kind of like where I have the trail over here, it's kind of like the secret. I said most of my, if you ever look, I have meanings behind a lot of the backgrounds I use, and this trail is one of them. We all have paths, and we're going to intersect with a lot of people. I mean, I've seen so many people in the chat room, and so many of you have crossed my path, you know, at the best times, and the friendships I have with so many of you, um, I couldn't trade that for the world, and I couldn't even have planned it. You know what I mean? But that's the thing, is we've crossed at the right time, and the information we share with each other, or helping each other out, and all the laughs and things that we have, that's some stuff that you can't predict it. You know what I mean? It's going to happen. You don't know who, but certain people are just going to pop in there, and you're just like, oh yes, and you just know, without a doubt that you're going to be friends with them for a long time. And even if it does ever, fade away, that's all by design as well. So let's see. Yep, Shannon. Yep, there will be more and more visitors for us to learn from. Exciting times. It is. And that's what I love too, is when you do come across them, whether it's people that are brand new, or never, or you come across people that have been in the field, you just never met them or even heard of them, and then you have a conversation. It's like, wow, that was so cool. I mean, I can't wait to talk to them some more, later on. And so uh yeah, it's just so it just I love that stuff. Oh, it's so great when you connect with somebody and you could just feel it, you know what I mean? And so um hopefully everybody, pays attention to that. Or, for those that may not be really into the stuff, where you're not really noticing all the energies and things as much, that's okay. Don't don't be hard on yourself of it. You know what I mean? It's going to happen when it's supposed to happen. And that, who knows? That could be today, it could be in a couple of years, who knows? But don't get frustrated, because, if you get frustrated, that's just going to delay it out, because it's showing that you're not ready. You know, Uh, sure, did I want things to happen quick? Absolutely. I mean, but that's the thing, is I spent, doing the more shamanic style stuff, for 7 years, 7.5 years before I opened up the mediumship door, excuse me. And that's when the time was right for me. I did meditation. I learned to keep talking to my guides. And I think if I didn't have those 7.5 years, I may not have been ready for the mediumship, or who knows how much longer it would have been maybe taken. So there's a lot of things that our paths in life, they could be a long way around, or maybe they'll be a little bit more straightforward. But, again, it's designed for you, when the timing is right. So, never get frustrated with it, positive intentions. Make sure that, if this is something you feel deeply about, that you want to do. It's like, for me, when I wanted to do the mediumship, I mean, constantly, you know, through the best intentions out there, I'm willing to learn, help me out, guide me, I know I need to do this, and um, constantly every day. And so, they can tell, your guides, everything above you, your all your past loved ones and things like that. They see the passion in your intentions, and sure enough, it'll eventually pop through, and like I said, it could be, here, could be here, or it could be later on. But that's why you can't get frustrated. Oh, cool, Valerie. Yeah, I was wondering. I'm kind of glad you did say it, because, like, um, even for me, like, it was a pretty good week, but it still doesn't mean that there was little things that popped in there that are like, ugh, but at the same time, some people are gonna have great weeks, we see it all the time. And then you're gonna have some that are having a little rougher, and Valerie, hopefully, just give you some hope, and push you through whatever it is. And if it's multiple, subjects and topics, things that, were going on for you, there's always light. There's always light that's going to appear on the horizon for you. So you just have to be patient for it, like I just said, the timing's going to work out for you, and for anybody else that's watching and replaying this back. So, um, yeah, so we're pretty good. So about 5 minutes left. So I do have to say, um, there will not be a show next Saturday or Sunday. So not even a makeup show because I'll be so involved with the old mill. Obviously, I already be at the mill, and our doors, are going to be. I think first speakers are at 10, so we I'll be completely busy all day long, and then Sunday, we have to go back to finish cleaning up anything that we didn't clean the night before. So yeah, no show next week. So just keep that in mind, and I will post about that to make sure everybody knows. But I also, try to put a couple photos up on the page and show you guys that we're having a good time and we're having some fun, and get some photos with some of the talent and speakers, and put them up there as well. So Dinah, I will see you Saturday. So make sure you come find me, because I could be running around. So, and that is true. If you guys do make it to the old mill, or tomorrow, by chance, if for any reason I give you the finger, which finger is that, Adam? If I give you, hang on, I will be right back. So no, don't worry, I wouldn't give you the other finger, but if I give you, all right, Rodney, we'll see you soon, buddy. But if I give you the finger, like, hang on, I got to go do this, or I got to get this and stuff like that. Just understand, because I do the MC work for the Old Mill Parafest, and I can get a little tied up with stuff, or have to be a little bit more paying attention, especially like when we're getting to the end of a presentation. I have to get ready to jump up there or cut them off, that kind of thing too. So but definitely come up, hang out, like I said, there will be breaks, obviously, here and there, but definitely come check out and say hi. And like I said, can't wait to see a lot of people. It's been forever, but yeah. So again, yeah, no show next week, but I will be back the following week, which I believe is the 20th. I just want to confirm that just to be safe. Yeah, 20th. So there definitely won't be a problem on the 20th. I'm still kind of up for debates, and maybe you guys in the okay, Shannon. What do you guys think? Would you guys be okay, or what is your guys' Thanksgiving plans? And the reason I'm asking that is for that Saturday, the 27th. Yes, it's a couple days after it. Would you guys be okay if I did a Saturday show? I'm just kind of leaving it up. I mean, it is kind of my call, but I just want to get your guys in it. But would you like a show on the 27th, or, would it be better to wait until Sunday? Because I know some people might, I'm going to probably have 2 different days of doing Thanksgiving with both sides of my family. But obviously Saturday morning is one thing, but in case you do have family visiting, or you are visiting, family somewhere else, if you guys would be cool with the 27th, that'd be well, Dave, I will wait until then, but but happy birthday, weeks out, but there you go. That would make sense for you, Dave. So it would be a good day to, good idea to have a show. But yeah, I mean, if the majority of you think it'd be kind of cool, I'll do a show Saturday morning and stuff. Jill. The thing is, none of it will be at my house. I'm actually going to other houses, so no party here, but so I'd have to ask the other people. So but yeah, I mean, yeah, it looks like you guys would be kind of cool with the 27th. So that's fine. Like I said, I just didn't want you guys to if you guys are glued to your family and stuff like that, and you're visiting, or they're visiting and stuff like that. And, I get it. Cause if I only have like one person watch, I mean, that's fine, and you guys would have to watch the replays, but, it's always nice to see a couple more people, hanging out with me, and stuff, but I would understand too, not that I don't have fun doing that, but it is kind of cool to read the comments and things. But I have debated, because the platform I use to record or to broadcast does have a feature to record. So I've been debating on trying it one time, like real quick for like 15 minutes or so, just kind of do a record and just throw it up sometime like in the middle of the week, where it's quick. Obviously I'm not going to see it live, but I would love to try it just to see how the feature is because it's something new they added this year. I just never tried to use it, but that's also a backup plan that I could record a show and then still put it on a certain day, um, which is something I might do because there's still a few other people I'd like to have jump on the show, but not everybody's up this early. Some people like to sleep in, and I get it. So I've a couple people I've like I said, I'm not a real heavy guest show, because this is just we're all hanging out, but it is nice to kind of have a friend or so come on and talk about a few things. So yeah, so we'll see. Like I said, I might try the record thing. I actually probably can test it this week and throw you guys something out there. Like I said, 15, 20 minute like little mini show or something like that, just to see what you guys think and stuff. But again, I won't be watching it live when it pops up, but at least you guys could catch something and let me know how it if it worked out really well for you or not. So okay, yep, 10:31. So I'm gonna get out of here because I still have a very busy day in front of me and then even more busy tomorrow. So I gotta start getting all my stuff ready for tomorrow. And yeah, and I got to go to a birthday party tonight. So yeah, lots going on. So true, Jill. Jill, and I don't disagree with you in that. Like I said, next weekend is a time off, and I do. And like I said, you guys have seen me a couple times. I've said I can't do. There's just no way I can make the show work out, and I'm trying not to overdo things. I am trying to keep very mindful of myself, so I do appreciate that. Thank you so much. So yeah, well, you will see. We'll see. Things could always change. Can always change. You never know. But yes, Tanya, have a great day. Carrie, can't wait to see you tomorrow. Tim, thank you so much. So yes, I'm gonna get out of here so that way everybody can get going with the rest of their day. And yeah, we'll start seeing you all tomorrow, and I'll try to get some posts out there this week to you guys. And like I said, next weekend, no show. But again, I will, do some posts and throw some pictures in there showing that we're having some fun. Donna, okay, we'll see you tomorrow. Cool, awesome, awesome, awesome. So thank you, Shannon. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Have a great week. So yes, you guys have been watching the mid-morning medium chat with Adam of the Black Swamp Medium. Thank you so much for being here this week. I can't wait to see you guys in person in the next couple weeks, or this week, next week. And if not, we'll definitely see you back on the shows in a couple weeks. So with that said, all my love, light, and peace to each and every single one of you, and I will see you again very, very, very soon. Have a great weekend, everybody. Bye-bye.